Hi, welcome to Theater Appreciation Online. Really excited about offering this course online for the first time. I have taught it for a couple of years, virtually and on the ground, and I've been an online teacher here at Lawson for 11 years and about 5 years prior to that at UAB. So I've taught online for a while, Humanities 101, English courses, but this will be the first time to offer a theater appreciation online. And so there's still some components to the course that I am building, but I wanted to go ahead and introduce you to the course and tell you where to find some things that are really important. We have an e-book that is part of the Cengage subscription service, so reach out to the bookstore for that. It's an e-book. You can use the book if you find The Art of Theater through, say, Amazon or Chegg. That's perfectly all right as well because we're just using it as an e-textbook. But having the book will be really important to being successful in the class. Your grading will be consisting primarily of chapter quizzes and then play performance discussions. So you can't really appreciate theater unless you can watch plays, and we can't really take you to see any live plays right now, and we couldn't do that on a regular basis. So we'll be watching plays that have been recorded in YouTube, and I have particular performances I want you to watch, and then we'll be discussing those in Blackboard. But before you go any further, even if you've been in Blackboard or worked in an online class for us before, you've got to do the start here first. Important information. So there's some general information, and there's parts of it that I'm still building, like this course navigation video, but your syllabus is there, and that contains all of the information for this course. When students send me certain questions and I know it's in the syllabus, I'm usually going to be like, please refer to your syllabus. And how do you see that? You click on the three dots and you download it, and you can make a printout copy if you want. It's a pretty long document. You want to read it very carefully. We do have a syllabus quiz, and we do have a document that you're signing and saying, yes, I have read that. And we're running from Thursdays to Wednesdays, so that is due in by Wednesday the 25th, which is when week 1 for us ends. So we're running August 19th to August 25th for our first week, and this is something you can get started on even before that. The course materials is a little bit more about the textbook, and a link right to the bookstore where you can purchase that Cengage subscription. Now, if you're new to that, Cengage subscription is a one price for all the Cengage books. So we use Cengage for a lot of classes. English class, I think psychology. I know they use it for several different ones to try to save you money, because the Art of Theater by itself, brand new, would be about $100 or more, probably more than that, because it's full color. So it's equivalent to the cost of a new one, but you get all the other courses. So really look into that before you make the decision to spend money on renting or buying a used one, although it will work. Just pick the option that will get you the textbook for the least amount of money, but get it. Okay, you'll need it. All right. So go through those materials. Some of them are quick, but some, like the syllabus, are very lengthy. You have to have a Cengage subscription to access this. There is usually a complimentary, courtesy few weeks if you're brand new, that you can get in, and you just choose for the Cengage, the complimentary, and they'll let you have free access for a couple of weeks while you work out your finances and your Pell and your financial aid or whatever to get the money to buy, the purchase yourself. All right, weekly assignments is going to be the main place that we go to week by week. Okay, so you can always get to the ebook here. I will have chapter links, and then we'll talk in a second about midterms and Proctor U. Okay, as I already mentioned, we're going to run Wednesdays to Thursdays to Wednesdays, so I'm going to have to get this updated here. So it's really actually going to be, if it's a discussion, that you're going to start that on the weekend and get that done by Sunday, at least your part of the post, and then reply no later than Wednesday, and finish up anything else that might be due by Wednesday night. Now, it takes a lot of time to watch a play and read a play, so I'm going to keep the number of assignments kind of down, but that means that more counts for the quizzes and the discussions. So let's take a look at week 1. So you've got an overview. You do have a syllabus quiz. You're gonna introduce yourself to your classmates. Okay, that's important. And because we're in the class together, this is the only way we get to know each other. There's a chapter link to chapter 1. I do have some backup instructional materials. I do go over the PowerPoints in here. Same thing, download it with the 3 buttons. I have video lectures. That replaces class, by the way. Instead of coming to class and listening, to an hour of me talking about the chapter, hour 15, I have it recorded and it doesn't usually take as long, right? So I have part 1, part 2, broke it up into 2 parts so that, if you have 20 or 30 minutes here or 20, 30 minutes there. But this is how you attend class online. Then these are some supplemental videos that are referenced here in the book, these are based on the book. So if you take good notes and watch while you're watching these and you don't have your book yet, you should still be able to answer the questions in the quiz. But I don't hold off the deadlines just because you haven't purchased your textbook yet. So these are ones that go with the textbook. Okay, and they're the smaller, these down here are really short. Okay, so you watch the videos, and that's how you get your instruction. And look for there may be an additional quiz or something there. Like I said, I'm still building, but if we look at, all right, let me just look at overview. We're going to have some chapter content, and then we're going to study a play. The first one is called Trifles. It's a very short play. It's a good one to get started on. So there are links to the play performance that I want you to watch. This one right here. And then there's PDFs. In this case, it's a PDF of the script. So I would download that and follow the script while they are performing. Okay, so you can kind of follow along. You can read it and then watch it, however you want to do that, because you do want to watch it. But if you miss something they say because they don't have a mic right in front of their face, then you can check that. So, and if you refer to the play, a specific part of the play in your discussion, you're going to want to know, reference the play PDF that I give you. Say on page such and such, so and so said this. Drama elements PDF go with kind of what we're talking about in terms of how these are organized. It'll be part of our discussion. There's a quiz there. There will be, I haven't built the discussion yet, but there will be a short discussion on it. So you need to be working ahead. So I keep the week before fairly light, where just read your chapter or watch the videos on it and take your quiz. But I would say that's to give you time to go ahead and start, watching the play. You may want to watch it more than once so that you can enter into that and get everything done in the time that we have. Then we'll get progressively longer plays. We'll study Greek theater. We'll have a chapter on that, and with instruction and videos, and then you'll have your quiz. But Oedipus the King is a full-length tragedy. So if you wait till, that weekend, fine. If you've got a couple of hours, you won't be watching videos of me. You'll be watching video of the play. But I will have a video of me telling you kind of what to look for and giving you some background, which I just haven't built in yet. You'll have one each week, and so you've got the original file. But I'll be explaining how this works, and it'll make more sense too after you've read, chapter 13 and watch the instructional videos that are there. Okay, and then we have a chapter on acting, and then we're going to do a play study of Hamlet, Shakespeare. So there's the performances, the script, things like that, and then we have a midterm. All right, that's probably far enough. You can see that we'll have a couple more plays, a chapter on directing, then we'll study Dollhouse, break it down into 3 acts, and 2 play performance videos, and then we'll have projects, which I'm still formulating what I want from that. So I'll tell you that plenty of time, chapter on design, and then a very contemporary play, Fences by August Wilson. And then we'll present the projects, and then we'll have our final exam. So it's read a chapter, watch the videos on the chapter, take the quiz, go ahead and start planning to watch the play that comes after that. So there's our chapter and play, chapter and play, chapter and play. That's going to be, and the discussions on the play, let's see, are really going to be the key component of that. And so there's where that's so significant. Okay, and it's going to be based on those play performances. It won't be just from reading the play or watching or getting some Cliff Notes version of it. It's going to be based on the assigned performance. So that's where your time's going to be spent to carve that out. Let's talk about midterms and finals. Of course, they're going to be about the plays and the chapters. So there'll be the concepts from the chapters, the key concepts, and then a lot of questions about the plays themselves. And so those are done the 8th week and the 16th week through Proctor U. Proctor U, there's information well, let's see, actually there's a lot of information up here about Proctor U. There it is. So that's one of the things that you're supposed to look at the first week. The mandatory testing requirements. It's a personal computer. It can't be a work computer. There's a whole little auto demo and things like that. So taking an online course, it means you can't come on campus and take it, things like that. So really, really, really important. A couple of other things I did, since we don't use the Collaborate, that room is disabled. Attendance is based. Really important for financial aid that you establish your attendance the first week. That's Thursday to Wednesday, and it's by submitting assignments. Okay. I do weekly announcements. I always have an announcement at the beginning of the week. I'll have several the first week because it'll be information tied to, hey, you're do this, do that, make sure this is happening. And then I'll have one. So for us, it'll probably be Thursday and then Monday. Like, as we start a week, and then as kind of midway, hey, we're about to finish up this week and start thinking ahead to the next one. So those will come. They'll be posted here. They'll go to your email. They include very, very important information. It's really how I communicate with you on a weekly basis. Every few days, kind of checking in and saying, hey, I maybe upgraded this, or be on the lookout for that, or somebody asked about this. We will also have a Q&A discussion board, and I'm going to be referring several of you back sometimes, if you have email questions, back to the Q&A discussion board, because that's going to be a place where you guys need to help each other find the answer. Maybe you discovered how to do something that someone else has a question about. Or your question with the answer would be helpful to someone else. So that's going to be a really key thing. I'm totally want you to send me emails if with questions, but really make sure you've checked the course. There are very few questions I get that the answers weren't already in Blackboard. It's true. And so it's just kind of, I end up pointing them back to, well, look here, it's right here in Blackboard. So make sure you've looked carefully. That's what taking an online course requires students to do. What I would say is big thing is don't use messages. I don't get notifications, and if I do, they're buried. I'm a department chair, so I get notifications on every course message that comes through my department, and that means yours gets buried and I don't see it. So it's not an effective way if you really need me to address something. There'll be more contact information there for me if as needed, but I very much monitor my emails. They come to my phone. I'm very prompt about that. I'm not 24/7. I do have to have work life and home life and family situations, so I can't do them, and I sleep, so I can't do them in the middle of the night. But I am very responsive to emails, okay, to my school address, and that's the best way to reach me. Well, that's all for now. I really look forward to getting to know you, meet you through the discussion board, and if you're looking for something that's not up there, please let me know. I do understand that this is new, but newly constructed, so there might be an error here and there, okay? But I'll try to get everything up and communicate with you in a timely way.